the nuts hang. It's just the right thing.
And we're back with episode 82 of The Sounds of Struggle. I'm Chris Perish.
I am Meniac.
And we are still free agents if anybody's looking to sign us.
Yeah, I'll go pretty much wherever for like a mill.
Yeah.
A cool mill. As long as you also pay my transportation and my housing, I'll do it.
Yeah, mobile home.
Yeah, fuck, why not?
Buy me a mobile home and we'll talk. That's my starting base. So what to you was the most oh my god signing from July 1 and July 2 as we're recording on July 3?
Is it July 3rd today?
Yeah.
Well, shit. Happy almost Independence Day. And happy post-Canada Day. Yeah. I mean, I think it's obvious what the big one is, but...
Well, I mean, we know what the big one was. It's clearly Tobias Reeder signing with the Oilers.
Oh, that was Kyle Brodziak.
Well, I mean, that one, you just expect. I mean, that was, I mean, everyone's talking about, John Ferris went home and signed with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Whoop-de-doo. Kyle Brodziak also returned home and signed with the Edmonton Oilers. I mean, what a deal!
Yeah.
I mean, we were looking for that high, that covenant fourth line center, and we got him.
Yeah.
Suck it, league.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, Tavares is a big one. Teams I'm impressed with,
I mean,
Calgary did a shit ton.
James Neal.
James Neal going to Calgary.
The real deal. James Neal.
Real deal James Neal. Signed a real deal.
Kind of a steal. Just a little over $5 million. I was expecting he was going to get at least 6.5.
I could see the appeal. But it's Calgary I'm impressed with. St. Louis, Buffalo.
Yeah, St. Louis traded for Ryan O'Reilly.
They traded like half their damn team for him.
Well, I mean, they traded. Here's the thing. They actually got cap room.
Well,
they actually made some cap room too after the trade, because I think they traded about $8 million and took on $7 million. So I think they took about. I mean, when all came done, I think it was just a little over $500,000 that they actually walked away with.
Okay, I'm pulling up right here the tracker. So let's go July 1st.
Well, I mean, that's a lot.
That's a ton. I'm just gonna go through and see.
I mean,
June
over
30th,
$700 million was offered on July 1 in free agency.
Yes. Where'd we leave off? Let's go 27th. We did already. 29th. Devontae Smith-Pelly re-signed. Hooray!
Did he?
1 year, $1 million.
Oh, that was actually before January or July 1.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking just for big names, and so far up until that point, Michael Kempney re-signed. That's cool. Whatever. Jets traded Mason and Joel Armia to the Canadiens for Simon Bork. I didn't realize that Bork was that good? But I guess so. Ryan Reeves re-signed. Eddie Lack signed with the Devils. Yeah, let's see here.
my boy Nick Holden signed with Vegas.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Right on. We have a reason to go.
That was on Canada Day, actually.
One of many reasons to go.
In 2 years, I think it was just north of $4 million.
The Stars are looking good. They got Blake Como now. They have Roman Polak, which I don't understand. But apparently they're making moves to try and get Karlsson.
Yeah, they're one of 5 teams because Ottawa Senators are now allowing NHL teams to talk to him about an extension, and then they'll work out a trade, apparently.
Yeah.
Because Ottawa did offer Karlsson an extension. I think this just shows that Karlsson's not interested.
Yeah. Couture re-signed for 8 years, $64 million. That Sabres trade we talked about, they signed... Well, first of all, they signed Carter Hutton, which is good for them.
It was, I believe, Ryan O'Reilly going to
the
Blues for a first-round pick in 2019.
Yeah.
A second-round pick, I want to say, in 2020? 21, yeah. 21. Then they got that Saboka.
Vladimir Saboka.
A guy named Tage Thompson, I want to say. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to get that one, did you?
I don't even get that one.
And then they got another forward, Berglund, I believe.
Yes, Patrick Berglund. Mike Green re-signed with the Red Wings.
Yeah,
Jonathan Bernier signed there as well.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Ring went to he stayed in Detroit.
Yeah.
Just because I don't see Detroit doing anything this year.
Well, I can see them not being the bottom. I can see them being just out of the playoffs again.
Now, going back to the Erik Karlsson thing,
Yes.
I think it's essential that if Ottawa Senators are to trade,
They have to get a good deal for
they
it.
need a first-round pick.
As well as...
Because they have to give next year's away.
Yeah.
And they're looking like a team that very well could be bottom 3 team.
Again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were...
Because, they're giving their pick to, was it Colorado? No.
Yeah, Colorado, for the Duchesne trade.
I thought it was either that or Nashville, one of the two, wherever that three-way trade, whatever happened there.
No, it was...
Rangers re-signed Nemesnikov. Jack Johnson's with the Penguins.
Yeah, I think it was a 5-year deal.
Cullen.
Now,
5-year,
did you hear
$16.25 million.
Tortorella not too happy with Johnson leaving the way he left Columbus?
Is that so?
Basically saying, like, Pittsburgh has built a very good winning culture and he wants to be a part of that. He's like, not so much saying that, that wasn't in Columbus,
But it was
but
better
I mean,
in Pittsburgh.
it's a win right now mentality, and I want to be a part of that. Tortorella didn't like the way he left and went off on him.
I did hear that, yeah.
Because, well, I mean, there might be a little bit of some validation to it, too, because Jack Johnson did go through a lot of financial stress with the bankruptcy in Columbus. And
Because of his parents. I want to point out, because of his parents. His parents spending all of his money without his consent. He actually, I believe, sued his parents because of it.
But Tortorella pretty much flat out said a lot of people within the organization did help him out. And they just, the way he went about leaving and what he said,
shitty.
well, kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But, I mean, if he wins a cup, I'm sure that'll really rub them the wrong way.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Yeah.
Apparently, Hutchinson is signed with the Panthers.
Yeah.
I did not hear that one.
Yeah, I think it's yesterday.
I think it's either that or the first. But
Yeah. I mean, there was obviously, with John Tavares choosing to go to the Toronto Maple Leafs for 7 years, $77 million, a lot of people, especially Ontario-based sport medias, are going to talk about very little outside of that.
Yeah. Also, they signed Jordan Subban, so good for them, I guess.
But I believe NBA actually had the big signing of the day on July 1.
Yeah. It was, what's his name? What the hell's that guy's name? The guy who gets stuff and it's good.
Yeah, Muggsy Bogues.
That's not who I'm thinking of, but...
Bugs Bunny?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Um,
But yes, it's official that King James is now going to be in the land of the Kings and Lakers.
Yeah.
And Clippers, I guess.
He's wearing
Rams.
Laker gold.
Gold and purple.
The King wants Laker gold for a 4-year, $154 million contract.
38.5 a year. It's impressive.
So, he committed 4 years. So, he's been doing a lot of 1 year with options lately. So that was...
It's big. And then, was it Golden State? They just got some guy who apparently is really
Marcus
good.
Cousins.
Yeah, that guy, yeah.
And it was like 1 year, $5 million.
So they're apparently even more stacked now, which is...
Oh, yeah.
It's probably going to be either the Lakers or the
Warriors
in the finals versus probably the Celtics.
I actually think Houston Rockets actually still have a better odd than the Lakers. I'm going to just...
So there's 3 teams in the West.
Because
from the sounds of it, it's like Philly and
also take into account,
Boston in the East.
The Rockets did take Golden State to 7 games, and they didn't have Chris Paul for the last couple games.
Yeah.
They were missing some key guys, too. So, I still look for Houston to be a player next year.
Yeah. Back to... Any more basketball? Because that's all I have for basketball.
No, but that was pretty big.
That stole the show from hockey for sure. John Tavares' signing was huge, but LeBron James leaving was even bigger.
Well, I think, too, if you're not a Leafs fan, so if you live in any other city than Toronto, finding something that's just as big, if not bigger, you'd rather talk about that because you just want to punch a Leaf fan right now.
Yeah. McDonough re-signed with the Lightning.
Yep.
Drew Doughty signed a big contract, 8-year, $88 million.
By himself, he negotiated.
By himself, which is smart. And they also signed Kovalchuk, which I think we talked about last week.
Yeah. A lot of those couldn't be official because he couldn't actually officially sign a contract till July 1.
So here's what I didn't hear about. Lauren Brossoit signed with the Jets.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I did not hear that.
Yeah.
So who do you have as a backup?
Well, they got that Mikko Koskinen and then Aldo Montoya.
Right.
The Portuguese man of war.
Very good. Yeah. The Islanders, who apparently, I'm hearing rumblings that they're going to go and offer sheet some of the young guys just to either try to screw the Leafs over or something.
Well,
Which I think they'd be hilarious.
Well, here's the thing: if you offer sheet Nylander and Toronto matches next year, when they have to sign Marner and Matthews,
one of them can't.
It's going to be tough. I mean, if I was the Leafs, I would sign Marner and I'd sign Matthew to a big contract, and I would trade Nylander for a defenseman.
Fair enough.
And then you have stability. I mean, you're going to have to do that. You can't keep...
Because the Islanders have already got Komarov.
Yeah.
And they re-signed...
So
Hickey
basically, it was
and
John
Phil
Tavares for Lee Komarov.
Wow, the Leafs got way better deal on that one.
Well, you know.
But and they also got Matt Martin.
Yeah.
Which, again...
But he actually got traded back.
Traded, yes. Hurricanes Peter Mrazek. Paul Stastny's with the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
That one was surprising.
It
and then
was.
Your buddy Nick Holden, 2 year, $4.4 million.
Yeah.
So when we go down there next, he's paying for drinks.
Well, if he has a phone or social media by then.
He's pretty off the grid, eh?
Yep.
It's smart. Very smart in his...
But I am friends with his dad, so I make talk to his dad.
Also, JVR, who a lot of Leaf fans are upset about leaving to go to the Flyers.
Yeah.
5 year, $35 million. Holy Jesus, that's just the first. A bunch more signings. Ekman Larson, Hjalmarsson, Grabner. Grabner went to... That's the weird one. I actually called one when I was being a stupid idiot last week. Saying Grabner is going to go to the Coyotes. He actually did. That's weird.
Well, I mean, you'd think, they have money.
They have a ton of money.
And part of me does believe they just offered him more money than a lot of other teams were probably wanting to, and that's why he went there.
Fair enough.
I'm going to assume, because he just made, I think, $1 million last year.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's making, what, 4 or 5?
3 year deal worth $10 million.
Okay, so just north of 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy tripled his salary from last year.
Yeah.
Didn't have the best season.
No.
So.
What the fuck are the Canucks doing?
They
They sign guys like Beagle, Roussel.
See, I mean, here's the thing. Jay Beagle, you just won a Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals. Congratulations. I'm going to now sign with the Vancouver Canucks.
You know, it's...
You don't care about your career, do you?
My thing is nothing against these players, but they're all like solid depth third and fourth line players. They didn't sign anybody for the first 2 lines.
No.
Now that the Sedins are gone, who the hell do they have?
They do have Bo Horvat, who is a first line player.
That's one player.
Yeah. But,
So they lost 2.
and they have Baser, the rookie.
Oh, Besser, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean...
Okay, so I guess there's... Yeah, but... Plekanec's back with Montreal.
Actually, I did call that one.
You did call that one.
I called that one.
You did call that one.
So we got one. We each got one.
Yaroslav Halak's finally moved on from the Islanders. Seems like everyone's leaving the Islanders. He's now a Bruin.
Yeah. So they have Tuukka Rask and Yaroslav Halak.
That's a good fucking goal pair.
Part of me kind of wanted him to go back to Montreal, because how funny would that be?
Yeah, it would be kind of funny. Blues signed Bozak, Perron, and Chad Johnson.
Here's a weird side about David Perron.
What's that?
He has played for 5 NHL teams, but he's only signed a contract to 1.
Has he?
He's only signed an NHL contract with the St. Louis Blues.
Which was this year?
No, in his career.
Okay.
But he has played for 5 NHL teams. And I'm going to break it down. So when he started, he made the team, and then he had signed, I think it was a 2-year contract.
Yep.
Played that one. Then signed a 4-year deal. First year of that deal, got traded to the Edmonton Oilers. So played about a season and a half with the Oilers, who then shipped him off to Pittsburgh. I think because we got... I forget the player. But then we also had a first-round pick out of that, too, which actually wasn't too bad. But then he played about the remainder of that playoffs with Pittsburgh, and then got traded to Anaheim for his last year. So he then signs a 2-year deal with the St. Louis Blues. So he's already played now for 4 teams, right?
Okay.
So he signs back with the Blues. He went home, plays 1 year. Then that's claimed off the expansion draft by the Vegas Golden Knights. 5th team, plays the 1 year, re-signs back with the St. Louis Blues.
Man, he really wants to play for the Blues.
And they really don't want him, I guess.
I guess so. They want him because there's no one else better. He's like the backup lay, at the end of the night.
If I was him, I would at least would have got a no trade clause.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, the Blue Jackets got Nash.
Riley Nash.
3
Rick
years.
Nash might not be playing this year.
Really?
He says he's uncertain if he's actually committed to playing in the NHL this year.
Well, it's like the whole Ryan O'Reilly thing, saying that he's lost his love of the game. Now he's found it again with St. Louis.
Well, I mean, he should. He's going to probably play with Tarasenko.
And then my Blackhawks signed Cam Ward, Chris Kunitz, and Brandon Manning.
I like the Brandon Manning, actually. He's a tough defenseman. He can break your clavicle.
I'm not sure how I feel about all this.
He's a tough young
No,
guy.
I don't mind the players, but...
Okay, but here's the thing, too. You got a veteran, experienced goalie to help with Crawford.
Hopefully he doesn't have to play more than backup because he's a good backup, but again, like Darling, that's all he is.
But he's not going to have to play like 30 games.
Well, unless Crawford's still falling.
Yeah. But even if that's the case, I mean, he's reliable.
Hopefully. Kunitz, I was not impressed with him last season. Hopefully he rebounds.
Well, he's also like a depth, like a fourth line guy.
Yeah.
But also,
I think he was playing way above what he was because he was playing with Crosby.
Well, he was in Tampa last year.
Well, I know, but up until that point. That's why last year I wasn't super impressed by him. Because he did it all right.
But he also, again, like he wasn't playing in the top roles. No. Anybody's going to look good playing with Crosby.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Like, so.
Joe Thornton re-signed 1 year, $5 million.
Yeah.
That shocked me that was that much.
Well, they offered Tavares $13 million, and he said no.
And also Thomas Hertl, a 4-year contract extension contract with 5.7.
Yeah, that's why they're in on Erik Karlsson.
Yeah.
I believe it's San Jose, one of the teams. Dallas is another team. I want to say Vegas is a third. I'm trying to remember who are the other two. But it's funny. I think a lot of them are Western teams. I want to say the Rangers are actually in there.
Could be. I think they have some room. Oh, Robin Lehner signs with the Islanders, so their goalie problems are solved-ish, hopefully, for them.
Well, because don't they have Thomas Greiss as well?
Yes, he's pretty good. I'll give him that.
I actually like Lehner as a goalie, to be honest. Like, I don't understand. Like, I thought he always got kind of shit under the stick, but he played for Buffalo.
Yeah, well, he actually kept them in a lot of games, to be honest. So, the Blues signed Robbie Fabry. Wow. The Blues are going to be good this year.
Didn't they always have Fabry?
No, he was with Nashville.
I don't think he was with Nashville.
Let me look this up here.
I'm pretty sure he was a St. Louis Blue. Unless he played with both.
Game log.
I'm pretty sure he was drafted by St. Louis.
Blues. Never mind, you're right, he was. I'm thinking of someone else. I'm not sure who I'm thinking of. And Hurricanes signed Calvin DeHaan, 4-year, $18 million. Oh, that's all hockey. That's a lot to take in. A lot to take in. This on the Martin Straka edition, number 82.
That's exactly the one I was thinking too. This coming down.
Either that or Thomas Kopecky because he played, or Jordan Osterley. Hey, there's one. He played for both our teams.
Well, you did use that for your Instagram.
Did use that for my Instagram. By the way, keep sending me in suggestions. I have a couple coming down the pipe that were sent in to me.
Oh, you take suggestions, do you?
I do take suggestions.
Good to know.
What about... okay, here's a question I have that many people have posed.
Didn't Martin Gelinas wear 82 1 year?
Yes, he did 1 year.
I want to say Gino Ojek did too.
Let's see. Adet.
The
Bellevue.
Donald.
Yes. Foligno, Gabrick, Patrick Holland, Colin White. That's all I got in here.
Well, a lot of people, if they can't get 20, will wear 82.
That's really random.
Yeah.
So, Kovalchuk and Tavares. How many goals and assists did they get with their respective teams this year?
I think Tavares gets you between 75 and 85 points this year.
Okay.
Kovalchuk, I'm going to say, gets you between 65 and 75.
And who do they play with? Are they first or second line? Who do they play with?
I would actually love to see Kovalchuk play with Kopitar. I'm very interested about that one.
Kovalchuk with Kopitar, okay.
And
Kopitar's not center, is he?
Kopitar's a center.
Okay. And who would be the other then?
I think at that point you can have anybody.
Fair enough.
Also, by the way, I'm also surprised you didn't do Dwight King. I think on one of your Instagrams.
I actually saw Dwight King, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
But no, that could be the third guy on that line, Dwight King,
There you
or
go.
Toffoli.
I think Toffoli, isn't he on the line with Pearson and Carter? 'Cause it's like the 70s line.
What about maybe bringing Dustin Brown up, giving him a redemption? He kind of had a bounce back year last year.
He did have a better year last year, didn't he?
Hey, if you can't get any points with Kovalchuk and Kopitar,
That's very true. So you put them...
but you know what?
Top two.
If you have Dwight King, you have the KKK line.
That's a great line. The white line. White power! What about for Tavares?
Tavares, I think he's first line center. I think you take that pressure off of Matthews and Marner. So I think he, probably plays, because I believe Nylander's a winger.
Yes.
So I think he'll play with Nylander and then...
Put Matthews on the wing?
No, I think you put Matthews and Marner's on the second line together.
Fair enough.
I do...
What about Marlowe? He might be a little slower, but
Is he still on the team? Is he not a free agent?
No, he's still on the team.
Oh, then maybe you put him with Matthews and Marner.
The M line.
We're going to work on the alphabet this episode, aren't we? We got the M and M and M.
The M&M times one more.
Yeah.
I like it.
But,
Yeah.
but then again, you can also have... I still have to look at the Toronto team. I don't know their team too well outside of, the big names.
Now, do you give Tavares, because he signed 7
Yes.
years, do you give him the C?
I give him the C.
Yeah.
I look... Because everyone wants to compare Matthews and McDavid, and I'm just like, okay.
I give him an A.
100%. I think you gave Morgan Riley, Marner, and Matthews the A's.
You have it kind of cycle between the three of them?
Yeah.
Fair enough. What? By the way, am I wrong when I say at one point I thought teams used to have 3 A's on jerseys at the same time during a game?
You can have 3 A's if you don't have a captain.
Yeah, I thought back in the day though, when I was growing up, I remember teams wearing 3 A's
Yeah.
on the jersey in one game.
Yeah, but I think they changed that back.
Okay.
So,
I just want to make sure I was.
we'd have to check into
correct.
that, but I think that's kind of how it was.
Yeah.
Unless
I give I don't think I give Marner one. I'd give Matthews one. I give Riley one.
Well, I think you might have 2 for home, 2 for away.
Okay, fair enough. Like the Oilers do.
Well, the Oilers...
I guess they have just 3 that
Yeah,
rotate.
they have 3, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can give Morgan Riley one, I think.
I think he keeps his.
Plus, I
reserve.
love having a letter on a defenseman if you're going to have a lot on
It's
forwards.
classic. You always have 1 defenseman, you have 2 forwards,
Well,
or 2 defensemen, 1 forward.
I mean, you go through almost any team. You can look at it at a leader on both forward and D.
For Chicago, you have two A's on the D. Usually they play on the same line. And there's all your A's, a bunch of A-holes.
But, I mean, too, you can even put I don't know if Kane has one, but, I mean, he definitely can.
He gets one whenever Taves get hurt.
Yeah.
So he gets an A put on his jersey.
Yeah, but didn't he also wear one when Sharp left that year?
No, that went to Seabrook right away. As soon as Sharp left, Seabrook got it.
I always thought Seabrook had a letter.
No. It was always... Well, before he left, it was Taves with the C, then Keith and Sharp. And then as soon as Sharp left, it went to Seabrook.
Okay.
And then if ever Taves couldn't play, then the other
Okay.
A went to Kane.
But yeah, no, I think too, when you look at John Tavares, he's had 9 years in New York as captain.
Yeah.
He signs a 7-year deal. Very well could be after his deal's done, boom, then you can give the C to Matthews or something.
Yeah. Well, either that or, if he has to
But
retire.
also, I
whatever
mean,
the case is.
Ryan Smith, never captain.
Till his very last game.
Well, yeah, but he's never named captain
Yeah.
for the
But he was he led the team. It was his team.
But it was still, I mean, same thing with Mike Modano. Like, he was captain, but, I mean, he made a horrible captain. He was a better leader when he wasn't the captain.
I thought he was captain for, like, the second half of his career.
Yeah, and they took it off and put it on Brendan Morrow.
Oh. I did not know that.
Also, too, you very well could put it on Tavares and then later replace Tavares with another captain. They did do it in Calgary with Craig Conroy and Jerome McGinley. I mean, at some point, too, like, Tavares could know, okay, right now I could be the guy for it, but, you know, in a few years, you know, that transition's going to switch. Maybe he's going to be there to help elevate a Matthews or even a Marner or maybe even O'Reilly.
Yeah.
I mean...
A. Riley?
But, I mean, too, I think now it's just time for Toronto to have a captain again.
You know, they've had, what, 3 seasons without now?
I think this would be their 3rd season without.
Yeah,
Ever since they traded Dion. Yeah. Ever since they traded Phaneuf, they haven't had a captain.
And Phaneuf was in Ottawa for 2 years, I think. Well, I guess a year and a half and then moved, or something like that. Anyways.
Yeah, so...
to me personally, it seems weird for an original 6 team not to have a captain.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
But I mean, like, okay, like, you know, you put say an A on Morgan Riley, you put another A on Marner for away games. Maybe for home you have Marleau and Matthews.
That'll work.
Like, I don't see a wrong thing in that.
No. That makes sense.
You're still kind of gradually, like, going with your kids, but, I mean, you're just baby steps.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of transitions the kids in without putting too much pressure on them.
I mean, and that's kind of what I said. Like, when people wanted to compare Matthews to McDavid, I'm like, okay, well, Matthews, you know, he was still a young player who was just really good at, you know, at the game of hockey. McDavid was also a really great player at a young age, but he was also a very mature and probably more mature for an 18-year-old than a regular 18-year-old is.
Yeah.
So he was ready for that. Plus, I don't think Matthews was a captain before the NHL, like, as much as McDavid.
He might have been, like, some sort of captain on, like, the...
like, maybe his younger days.
Yeah, but no, like, where he was playing over in Europe, he wasn't.
He wasn't even an assistant, or an alternate.
I think he was an alternate over, like, or when he played for, like, Team USA at the World Juniors, but I don't think he was anything else. Now, here's my question for you, and it's going to be kind of crossing sports for LeBron James and for Tavares. Fans are starting to burn jerseys again.
Yeah, I know.
Why? I mean, I get it.
You know what?
Your player left, it hurts.
I'm actually going to defend the Islanders a little bit here. Also, Cleveland is just... Cleveland.
They're insane.
I mean, they're used to having their dick stomped on. I'm just going to say that.
I think basketball is really all they had.
It was the only team that won.
Yeah.
And that's because they had LeBron. And they knew that's the thing. It's like, imagine being like a blue-collar city to where, I mean, all your teams pretty much suck. And then you get flat out one of the best players of your game. And he's from there. He wants to play there. He left in such a dramatic way.
That was a shitty way he left.
Yeah. But then he did come back.
Helped them win.
And he brought a championship. Like, he actually, like, and he fulfilled his word. And, like, he said he always wanted to bring a championship to Cleveland. He did. He made that team caliber every year he played there. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people, and I think as much as the Cleveland crowd did not want to see him leave again, I think they expected it more this time around.
Yeah. I think it's just the way the team kind of collapsed and he was carrying them. You can tell he was tired. He wants to play on a team where he doesn't have to do all the work.
No, well, I think there's a lot more than just basketball into this decision. I mean, a couple months ago, he did enroll his kid into a Los Angeles school. Also, it's the best. He's now closer to Hollywood, which he is already diving into movies.
A little bit, yeah. Which means hopefully we get Space Jam 2.
Well, it probably will happen. I think it's already in production.
That'd be sweet.
Let's go to IMDb. They're usually right all the time.
Well, let me take a look then. I'll go to IMDb.
But then with John Tavares, a lot of people also didn't like the way he handled the process. And that was actually a well-documented thing in the sense of...
Where he just didn't want to talk about it?
Well, he talked about it, and he was pretty to the vest, but, I mean, John Tavares doesn't, come off as an emotional guy because he's very robotic.
He's very much like Jonathan Toews, where just he says what he has to say, and that's about
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, I think too, it's like, well, if you wanted to leave, why can't you just say so? Like, why did he dick around the process? Because it just always seemed like, you know, he was going to leave. And then it's like, well, where was all this? Like, why can't you just said that from day one?
I think he didn't want to say that only because they would have traded him or tried to trade him.
Well, and that's the thing.
I think he wanted his choice.
From what it sounds like, it was always between the Islanders and the Leafs. A lot of people, as much as you don't want to maybe allow, playing for the Islanders isn't the easiest team to play for. When you got a lot of doubt in what's going on with that franchise and the future of it.
And the arena.
Yeah, like, where are they playing 1 year? Are they playing in Brooklyn? Are they going back to Nassau? Like, it's still a very, you know, sensitive area, and there's no certainty.
Although, I don't know if you can use it, because they just got the deal for the arena for, like, what, next year? Not this coming year, but next year?
But I think with Toronto, you know, you don't ever worry about that.
True.
Maybe Tavares also, too, enjoys the Canadian, like, wanting that pressure being in a Canadian city, too. I think, too, it's easy for people in the New York area to kind of forget their hockey team sometimes.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
It is New York City.
Even if it's Long Island, it's still, there's a lot going on in that area.
Not to mention, one of the big things he said was he wanted to play at home.
Yeah.
He wanted to play for his home team.
Also, it's one of those things, the way the Toronto's development is right now, the way they're progressing, it is a good time to join them if you do want.
Yeah.
So
No, it's true. And he's still young. He's, 27? He's got a good amount of hockey left in him. So, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, because it's the Leafs, I think it's a good move for him.
Well, and we even said last week, we wouldn't be surprised if he went to Toronto.
No.
It's just a lot of us don't want him to go to Toronto because we like to see bad things happen to Toronto.
Very true.
So,
very true. Except for the Blue Jays, but I mean, bad things just happen to them anyway. So whatever.
I mean, I was officially off that wagon last year, so.
Yeah, it's because you're not a real fan.
Baseball.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. So
I'm a Bryce Harper guy. All right, I like players. Players never stay. So I never watch the sports.
Now, who will be the captain for the Islanders?
See, I think that's the one team where you can actually pass without having one for a year or two.
Yeah, give it to Matt Martin. Why not? They gave it to a really young Brian Berard.
Matthew Barzal. That'll really piss off Oilers fans.
Yeah, I would. I really would.
I don't know. I think you have to look because I have to look at their D core. I think they also picked up Thomas Hickey again.
Yes, I believe so.
I don't know. I don't think they will rush for a captain. I mean, Lou Lamoriello's with that team, and he never had a captain when he was in Toronto.
Yeah, he's all about that, eh?
Well, unless he was there for... No, he was there for FNUF, so...
That wasn't his choice.
No, but I mean, he's had plenty of years where the team he's been with never had a captain.
Yeah.
So, Barry Trotz should be interesting to, you know...
Yeah.
He might want one, though. It's his call.
It is true. It is true. Moving on to, you see that the Caps spent the Stanley Cup? That's so funny.
Well, are you really surprised with the way Ovechkin was partying with it?
It's about fucking time. This kind of thing happened to the Cup again.
Well, I mean, it's not like it didn't get rusted in a pool before.
Or taken to a strip club in St. Albert.
Yeah.
A couple times. But no, I just think it's funny because everyone takes such good care of it and they just don't do anything. And the Capitals show how you're supposed to party with the Cup. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay, it's passed around way more times than any girl you can possibly imagine. It's probably been passed around more times than every Kardashian.
Combined.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
If they have damage, the Cup should have a little bit itself.
You think?
I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, is Stanley's Cup the only cup that can't get damaged around here? After all the wear and tear.
Yeah, that's very true. Also, the Capitals named the head coach Todd Reardon, who was, I guess,
former Oiler.
He's a former Oiler?
Former Oiler.
I knew the name rang a bell for some reason. So that's cool. It's good for them.
Also, you want a little... I do have one more thing for basketball. So LeBron is actually now getting a coach who he got picked, I think it was 31 picks prior. So his coach is a guy that was picked in that same entry draft 31 picks later than LeBron James.
Because LeBron was number 1, right?
Yeah.
So he would have been like, what, second round?
32, I think.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah, so. Yeah, just little. Gotta love those little facts. Now I'm done with that.
Is he like a brand new coach, or?
Well, he was actually.
Because LeBron, I mean, I get it.
He started coaching with he wasn't like the main coach, but he was also like an assistant or like an offensive coach with Golden State, and then I think this was his second year with the Lakers.
Gotcha.
So
that's kind of ironic how that works out.
Yeah.
Huh. So what you're saying is LeBron's coaching that team?
Well, he hasn't coached every team he's played on.
Pretty much. Pretty fucking much. Let's see. That's all I got for hockey. Did you see the hit on Ricky Ray?
Yeah.
Whew. For all those who don't follow CFL, Ricky Ray got pretty messed up last week. It was pretty bad. Doctors are advising that he take the rest of the year off.
Well, I mean, he is getting up there in age. This probably was his last year.
You think so?
Might have been. I mean, nobody would have been surprised if it was.
True enough.
So, at his age, given his body...
What is he, late 30s?
I think he's 38, 39.
Well, let me look that up. Ricky Ray. And here we go. He is 38. Yeah. He'll be 39 at the end of the season.
So, would it be the worst thing if he
No.
retired?
No, he's done well. Plus, I mean, when you take a straight shot to the top of the dome and compress your spine like that, that's...
I mean, he probably has a job as a coach in the
or an
CFL.
analyst or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. It's just...
But
unfortunate. Hopefully this isn't the end this way and he gets to go out on his own. But, I mean, this is sports. Things happen.
And the first time the Eskimos play the Argonauts, you're going to see their backup against their starter. Or what from last year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That'll be, what, this Friday?
I think they do a home and home now between Toronto and Edmonton.
This week they're in Toronto. Yeah. Next week they're here.
Yeah. Because I think they're doing the Friday night game, I want to say.
Friday night next week,
or
yes.
Thursday night.
That's Friday night next week.
So, yeah.
And then this week, I think they're playing Saturday. Well, whatever the case is. Go Eskimos. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, Toronto can suck a dick.
Yeah, several. Also, the XFL is expected to cost McMahon $500 million, roughly, in the first 3 seasons.
Okay, the way you worded that sounds bad. Because from the way I heard it, he's willing to put in up to $500 million.
Okay. The way it was worded in the article that I read was he's saying it's roughly going to cost him about that much to make it run smoothly. Yeah. Unlike the first time, he's going to pay people more. He's going to have better health insurance, other things of that nature.
With the new Raw and SmackDown deals, he has a lot of that, what people like to call "fuck you" money.
Yes. And actually, speaking of which, we get to SmackDown officially moves to Fox on October 4th, 2019. They're moving back to Fridays.
Yep.
I'm wondering if they're going to do live or not.
Well, one of the reasons why, though, when you think about this, SmackDown's usually was on Tuesday, right?
Well, for a while, yes.
Fox has a lot of their shows on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
You're not going to put it onto Thursdays because they don't want that going with Thursday Night Football.
So you go to Fridays.
It just makes sense.
Yeah, and their 5-year, $1.025 billion deal. But this overshadowed the other deal that they renewed with NBC and USA Network.
Yeah.
For 5-year, $1.325 billion. Mm-hmm. So they're getting more for Raw to stay on USA Monday nights.
But then they're also getting an additional for SmackDown and all that.
Yeah. So, but SmackDown's cracking the billion, which is that's impressive. So Mondays and Fridays again, which I'm wondering if they'll just do like live event or live.
You know what I hope they do?
What's that?
Because NXT's on Wednesdays.
Monday,
I hope by that point they'll have an NXT UK show that'll be on Tuesday or Thursday.
Well, let's say, was it Thursday they do the main event show? So
I would do it on Thursday, and then 205 can be Tuesdays.
That's Monday to Friday. You're covered.
Yeah,
that'd be all right. 5 days a week of wrestling. That's a little bit of all right. That's a lot of wrestling. I am so far behind as it is. It's gonna be going to take forever to catch up.
Yeah, but you know what you're going to watch.
Oh, I'm going to watch all of it, of course.
Plus, I mean...
I'm just hoping it stays alive. I don't like it when it goes
it is.
Okay,
It's
good.
so good, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So I don't like it when they do the tape thing. It just kind of ruins it because you hear about it and it's like, oh, whatever.
My thing is, I want to know how this is going to affect WrestleMania. Somebody didn't...
I'm wondering if they might do like a...
Because we all know that the Hall of Fame is Friday, the Takeover Saturday, Mania is Sunday.
I'm wondering if they'll do like Hall of Fame Thursday, Friday SmackDown Takeover, and they'll do the SmackDown in the city before, and then they do the Monday after kind of thing.
It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, and my thing is too, like travel schedule. It was always like, you know, Monday Night Raw would do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday their live show. SmackDown would do Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday their live show. I'm assuming maybe they'll just do their live show first, and then do Saturday, Sunday, Monday as like house shows.
Well, maybe they do Tuesday to Friday, or Friday, like the TV's the end.
Yeah,
or something.
I'm just thinking more because it'd be a lot easier to get fans to go watch stuff on the weekends.
Yeah, or like,
so maybe they'll just do their live show like on TV first,
or
and
Wednesday
then do
to
stuff.
Sunday. That's maybe their new schedule.
Maybe.
Or maybe they do Tuesday to Saturday, and then Sunday would be pay-per-views.
Yeah, maybe.
And then because I don't think they count Sundays necessarily.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see going forward how this all works.
So I'm sure if anybody can do it, they will figure it out
Somehow. Just a couple updates on wrestlers in general.
Yeah.
First off, WWE signs Io Shirai. What we talked about, like I said, possibility. It's officially happened.
Yep.
So she will be, assuming she goes to NXT, she will be a very good addition to the women's division.
I think she already announced she's going to NXT.
That'll be a really good addition for the women's division.
So I think she actually said that on a live event that she's heading to NXT.
Well, there we go.
So.
Gene Snitsky just retired.
Yeah.
I guess he's got like a handful of dates, but after this year, he'll be done. Which I saw a picture of him for the first time in like years. Holy shit, he's ripped.
Yeah,
He got very buff.
Yeah.
Buff stuff.
Well, he was trying for that WWE comeback, and it's not happening.
He's got a disgustingly large beard that's bigger than Braun Strowman's.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what he wanted. He wanted that match with Braun, or he wanted to be Braun's partner.
Something like that, yeah. Also, speaking of Braun, a former tag partner, Bray Wyatt, got injured in a car accident this weekend.
Yeah. Apparently it's serious, too.
Apparently, he got released from hospital yesterday.
But they're still optimistic that he can work the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules.
Yeah. It's just like, hopefully, speedy recovery for him. It doesn't sound like it's life-threatening because he's got released.
Is this going to change the fact that the B team might walk out with the tag titles?
Do you think that they were going to from the start?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, I guess it depends on how serious it is.
I mean,
we'll find out. I mean, if you see him on the outside and he doesn't get tagged in very much or at all, then yeah, you know. Also, did you see that Kevin Owens finally went to see Shania Twain in concert and met her, going to go on stage with her and whatnot? It just reaffirms that although he is a bad guy on TV, he's fun to watch. I thoroughly enjoy him.
Also, Ruby Riott got hurt on the weekend, but not expected to be out long. 1 to 2 weeks.
That explains why she wasn't on Raw.
And they did say that she got hurt during a house show, a live event, so can Dana Brooke.
Huh. Well, not to shit on Dana Brooke, but I mean, when you're on the outside so much and then you finally have a match, I mean, you're kind of rusty, and maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe it just happens. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't hear about this till just now, so what do I know? But,
we see Nakamura should be good to go after Extreme Rules.
Where did he get injured from?
He got bit by a security dog.
Oh, right. It's going to take him that long?
Yeah. He's
Really?
on a crutch. He was on a crutch during the Japan shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't realize it was that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, amazingly enough, that's all I've got.
And then Ricky Steamboat underwent a successful hip surgery today.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Clearly, I missed all this while trying just to keep up with the hockey
Good
stuff.
thing his move wasn't the hip toss.
Is he right? He just an arm drag where he lands on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, good for him. I'm glad he's recovering nicely.
Yeah. Actually, he was just in Edmonton not too long ago.
Yes, he was. Like, what, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. I actually met him.
That's what you're saying.
But
that's what you were saying.
Met him before.
Yes.
But just
Okay, well, seeing as I have nothing else, I'm going to bring up something that I wanted to talk about and that we were supposed to talk about. I think it was back around just before Mania. I brought up this idea. So you know what? Let's just shoot off the cuff and just do this now as a time filler. Hashtag time filler struggles. Sports movie character Hall of Fame.
No, yeah.
I wanted to do this back when the WWE was doing their Hall of Fame, and we just never got around to it. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Who would you have in the sports movie character Hall of Fame? Any sports movie, any genre, whether it's fictional or fact.
Well, Sylvester Stallone, hands down.
For Rocky.
Rocky is one of the
Rocky
the
Balboa is in, I will say that, yes.
I
would also have probably the Hanson brothers.
Yeah, for hockey, but I think you'd also do Newman as well then.
Paul Newman's character?
Paul Newman,
yeah.
I think.
Whatever coach name was, I can't remember what his name was. But yes, I'd probably put him in as well.
Now, I mean, Kevin Costner, clearly. The guy's like done everything.
For which one though?
Everyone.
Just lifetime achievement, Kevin Costner.
The guy is. I think when it comes to sport movies, I believe he's the GOAT.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so for lifetime achievement award, Hall of Fame, put in Kevin Costner.
I mean, you got For the Love of the Game, you got Draft Day,
Field of Dreams,
you got Tin Cup.
Yes, yeah.
Like the guy has.
That's two sports. He's a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, he's the Bo fucking Jackson of sport movies.
There we go.
What
about Kurt Russell?
Which one? Oh, for Miracle? I don't know.
No?
I mean, I think you have Kurt Russell as much as you have Russell Crowe.
I would put Russell Crowe, because Mystery Alaska's a fantastic movie.
Emilio Estevez.
Emilio!
I mean,
yeah.
Hockey. Tom Cruise?
For...
Jerry Maguire?
Do they really put sports, like...
Personalities?
Not the personalities, but I mean, like, he's an agent, right? Like, do they really put agents in the Hall of Fame? I don't know.
But we're talking actors here for sport movies.
I guess, yeah, that is kind of sport. Yeah, you know. I don't know. I'd say it makes them, like, good.
Adam Sandler and Bob Barker.
Bob Barker for Celebrity Wing? Adam Sandler, he's been in, 3. You know, I'll give him Adam Sandler, I'll give you that. More for football, because he's been in 2 different football movies.
Yeah.
But,
Waterboy
what about, you know what? I might put...
What about Burt Reynolds?
He's been in 2 different versions of the same movie, yeah? I'd make him a nominee at least. I don't know if I'd put him in. I think we'd have to write this down to actually find officially, but he'd be a candidate, I guess. What about Denzel Washington for his job as the coach in Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Well, what about Sunshine then? Or not Sunshine, like the main guys in that movie. I think there's a lot of actors that you could take out of that movie.
Yeah, there's a lot you could take out of that movie for sure.
James Vanderbeek, Varsity Blues.
Yeah. I've never
Scott
seen
Conn.
it. Yeah.
John Voight for the coach.
Yeah. Wait, isn't there, what's his name? Al Pacino, wasn't he in that movie Any Given Sunday?
Yeah, and then Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, replacements.
Yeah. What about The Rock for Gridiron Gang? Put Exhibit in there too.
No, it's not a bad movie actually.
Yeah, it was alright.
I'm just trying to think, like, if I'm going hockey movies too.
What about Youngblood? Fuck with Rob Lowe?
Well, I'm also thinking, like, if you, the actor for Charlie Conway.
Oh, yes, what's his name? I have to look it up. I should know what the name is, but I can't think of it.
It's not James Vanderbeek. It's the other guy from that show.
Yeah, it's the other guy from Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell is his name? Joshua Jackson. That's it. I didn't have to look it up. Perfect. Yeah, put him in. I'd also put in for the biggest. How do I word this? The biggest overhyped players. Adam Banks, constantly hurt or underperforming. He's great, but he always gets hurt.
Oh, he's a great hawk. He's a bad duck.
I mean, he's an average duck, but I mean, he ended up getting hurt in the first and second one.
It's an average duck.
He's an average duck. And then the third one, he kind of underperforms.
So this has nothing to do with it, but I was over at my parents' house in Canada today, and they had my sister's dog over, and his toy is actually a blue duck. And I just had to say, because we're talking about Adam Sandler and Billy Madison reference. but
Yeah, fair
it was quacktastic.
Quacktastic.
Now, okay, we've done hockey, we've done some basketball, we've done some football.
A little bit of baseball, not a lot
We
though.
did some baseball.
What about the main guy from what the hell's it?
Speaking of baseball, Edmonton prospect pitches a perfect game on Friday.
Good for him. That's a team. That's a team we should go see.
And the
I
very
still haven't
next
seen
day, I guess they set the record for runs in a game.
them. Wow, we should go see them.
Yeah.
I still have never been to a game, so we should.
The
go do
funny
that.
thing is I knew I couldn't have gone to that Eskimo game. I was looking for something to do, and I actually almost messaged a buddy to see if he wanted to go to that game, the prospects game.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck it, I got lazy, decided to stay home. Boom, then pitched a perfect game.
How about that, eh?
Right? Yeah, I'm just, what other kind of, like, I'm just thinking, like, down basketball movies. What's the biggest well, I mean, Michael Jordan, Space Jam.
Fair enough. And all the Looney Tunes. Put the entire team. Put Toon Squad in there. Absolutely.
Put Venkman in there.
I mean, it wouldn't be as Venkman, but you could.
No. Just think, like, other than Space Jam, like, what's big basketball movies?
Isn't there, like, Coach Carter with Samuel L. Jackson about a bunch of underprivileged city urban kids, something or other?
Keanu Reeves also, too, for Hardball. The coach in the Hardball.
Which one's Hardball?
Hardball is a baseball movie. He was like a sports gambler, and then he got in trouble, and then became the coach of a team to get his stuff together, and then actually ended up being like a really good coach, and
Fair enough.
stuff like that. So yeah,
What other movie? What sports are we missing? We've done baseball, we've done basketball, we've done hockey, done football.
we've done
Golf?
We've done.
What about is there particularly? What about basketball? Put the Beers team in. Why not?
I'm also trying to think. What about the people from the Wimbledon movie and horse racing?
Put in Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Put in Spider-Man. Why not?
Apollo Creed in there.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Dolph Lundgren.
speaking of which,
Has to.
second Creed movie is supposed to come out next year. I want to say.
Looks so good.
It looks so good. It's supposed to be Creed's son,
Like,
main
it's
character,
Dolph
versus
Lundgren's.
what's his name? Drago's son.
Yeah, Drago.
Looks good.
Creed versus. Well, I mean, and the irony too is Drago killed Creed, so.
So hopefully Creed can kill Drago, make it even. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, what other sports too? I mean, we had like, is there any like good soccer movies? With FIFA being a thing, like right now, is there any good?
The only thing I can think of is Bend It Like Beckham and She's the Man, and they're both not that
kicking
good.
and screaming, and that wasn't that good.
Not really, no. As far as Will Ferrell movies, it's not his best.
Huh.
Soccer. Shaolin Soccer. That movie is terribly amazing. Bunch of Shaolin monks using their powers to play soccer. Holy shit, that's
what about
funny.
Air Bud?
You know what? Every Air Bud, yes.
Or
Every single one.
Sandlot?
Ooh, good call.
Right?
I put the dog from Sandlot in there too. Not anyone else, but the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, the big fucking green! There's a soccer movie.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Oh,
It's also soccer.
Little Giants?
Yeah, okay. So, was Dan Aykroyd in that movie?
No.
I don't
think
remember.
so. It's Rick Moranis.
Ah, there he goes.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same guy.
They're in Ghostbusters. More Ghostbuster references
There
when
we
we get
go.
in
Episode 82, Bustin' the Ghost.
the... Bustin' makes me feel good.
Sexual references. Hashtag. What other... I know we're missing... I mean, is it too soon to put the guys from Goon in? I mean, it's a good movie. It came out in 2011. The second one just came out last year. I mean, I would honestly, personally put Xavier LaFlemme in. That's just me. And the Russians.
The coach, right?
No.
Oh, no, which
No,
one?
the number 70.
Yeah, it was a goal scorer.
Yeah.
The French goal scorer, yeah.
Yeah, and then I put the Russians.
The
and
coach
goalie.
was on Sons of Anarchy, was he not? I think he was Tig.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible, yeah.
Now, you see, there's a movie that I keep seeing a scene on Facebook. It's where a coach wants his kid to, give him his best, so he does like the death crawl. Where
What the hell's a death crawl?
he crawls on his hands and his feet and then he has somebody hanging on his back, and he does it blindfolded, and he's like, I want you to go up to the 50. I think you can do the 50. And then he's going, and the coach is just motivating him, and this whole team's watching him, and he doesn't realize that he actually is going all the way down. So he gives up, and the coach is like, okay, 10 more, and then they're done. He's like, oh, okay, I'm done. And he's like, well, look up. He's like, you're in the end zone. So he just went end zone to end zone. And he's like, and you just carried a 140 kid on your back. And then the kid's like, coach, I weigh $160. And then he just wanted this kid to act more like a leader and like the heart player of the team. And it was actually a really pretty intense scene. I don't know the movie, and
I have never heard of
I really
this.
want to see the movie. It's a football movie,
Well,
obviously.
yeah.
But
I've never heard of this movie. Sounds good though.
Oh, I mean, I totally want to watch it. If anybody knows that movie, let me know, because I do want to watch it.
Yeah. Send it in.
Because I mean, I'll even try to send you that clip, but it was a pretty powerful scene.
Yeah. I gotta watch Remember the Titans again. God, that's a good movie.
Well, also not for love of the game, but Any Given Sunday might have one of the best motivational speeches by a coach.
Oh, for fuck, Rudy!
Yeah.
How did I not think of that? But yes, I haven't seen Any Given
Because
Sunday.
we're trying to think of other sports too.
Yeah,
So
I haven't seen Any
So
Given
clearly
Sunday.
Vince Vaughn, right?
Well, yeah.
Richie Rich, because he liked baseball.
I could be like an owner maybe, but...
Yeah.
What
I'm not
else?
getting a lot of... I mean, is there any good swimming movies?
Are there any swimming movies?
I don't know. How about, Legendary, the amateur wrestling one with John Cena?
I never saw it, but I mean, I guess you can
What
throw
was
it.
actually
What is that? Foxcatcher? There's that one with Channing Tatum, and that was based on amateur
There's
wrestling.
Fighter, Tom Hardy, and I mean...
I haven't seen it. I heard that's really good.
Christian
though.
Bale, and
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Hardy was in there.
Yep, he was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was one of the...
Um,
Oh, no, it wasn't Tom Hardy, sorry. It was,
Jake Gyllenhaal in Southpaw.
that was actually a really good
Yeah,
movie.
put him in.
That was a really good movie. But no, it was Christian Bale, and it was, whatchamacallit?
I'm pretty sure it was Tom Hardy.
The guy in Ted.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg and, by the way, Mark Wahlberg, Invincible, great movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, yeah, I think we could go on this one.
We could definitely keep going and going.
I mean, because we did do that one episode where we named our favorite sport movies, the list.
Yeah. What about Forrest Gump for football, and then running? That's 2 sports.
That's track and field.
There we go.
I'm just trying to think, is there not more Cool Runnings?
Holy shit! How did we forget that?
I don't know, but I'm happy I got it.
Very good. Yeah, the Jamaican bobsled team. Not John Candy though. He was a terrible coach.
Hey,
I'm going to record saying it.
He coached a motivational effort of the ages.
He gets a blue ribbon for participation.
He helped get the helmet on.
Yes.
He was there when the team needed them.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Got them a new sled.
Because he had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just waste time with this, or we can just move on.
I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
Well, we can talk a little bit about wrestling, can we?
Can we? I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
A little bit more? No, maybe not.
Oh yeah, we can do it. Like what's going on this weekend?
Well, we could talk about Extreme Rules.
What's going on
Coming
for
up-
Extreme Rules?
well,
What is that? 2 weekends from now?
Yeah, in 2 weeks. So you got Roman Reigns against Bobby Lashley now official. You got a
I'm not
30
sure if I care about that.
30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental title between Ziggler and Rollins.
That I care about.
I think that there's going to be a U.S. title match. I believe that just got confirmed.
Has Jeff Hardy been on SmackDown lately?
Well, yeah, he's the U.S. champion.
I know, but I haven't really.
Well, he
watched
was
SmackDown.
supposed to have a match with Nakamura,
but
but then
Yeah.
Nakamura got bit by a dog.
because racist dog hates Japanese people.
United States match announced for Extreme Rules. Rusev versus AJ for the WWE title.
That I'm interested in.
You got Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. And apparently Ronda Rousey will be in the front row watching. And it's also an Extreme Rules match. Then you have Asuka against Carmella. Oh, Shinsuke is actually confirmed for Extreme Rules. We'll face Jeff Hardy for the U.S. title.
Cool.
Rowan and Harper, known as the Bludgeon Brothers, against Team Hell No for the SmackDown Tag Team
That
titles.
I'm really excited for.
So,
That's going to be good.
So far that is...
Actually, you know what? That pay-per-view doesn't sound terrible.
No.
Does not sound terrible.
We might have to get together for a shindig.
We might have to get together for a shindig.
Mm.
I'm good. I'm game if you are.
Yep.
Call up Peaches and
Call up Peaches and his pears.
Yeah, Peaches and his pears.
Yeah.
Maybe call up the, what are they called? The Memphis Brothers. See what they're up to.
We can call our buddy from the North Pole.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'd rather call the Memphis Brothers. They're funny. And Peaches.
Yeah.
You know what? Call him too.
I preferred the
Ace
cousins
Santa?
from Purdue. No.
Yeah.
Oh. If that's everything we've got,
There's one more thing I've got.
Okay.
Advertising. Shit that helps pay the bills.
Also, too, this Saturday we have...
I was going to do that
Summer
afterwards.
Scorcher. Yeah, we'll just get it out of the fucking way.
Okay.
Summer Scorcher this Saturday at Monster Pro Wrestling, 2 to 4, Alberta Ave Community Hall. Outdoor show if weather's permitting.
Even if it's not, I'm going to fight outside. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm going to get my hands on that Shawn
So I face
motherfucking
Nate
Martins.
Nixon for the provincial title. You take on...
I'm going to fuck up Shawn Martins. I'm going to punch him right in his goddamn mouth. I don't want to talk about this. It gets me pissed off.
Well, then let's talk about boobies.
Boobies!
There you
I'm
go.
happy again.
Now, speaking of a solid pair, you and I are a solid pair. And
Solid
because
pair
we're a
of what?
solid pair, if you want to help support our solid pair, Maniac's going to tell you.
You can go to whatamaneuver.net.
There you go!
Yeah. You can support... You know what? Actually, funny story on the side note.
Come on, that was such a fucking great segue out of nothing.
Yes. I was actually listening. I finally figured out Apple Music on my iPhone because, I'm pretty much phone illiterate.
U2 on there?
Ew, God, no.
No, because the way I got my phone, U2 actually.
No, fuck that. No, I downloaded our old retro WE themes, and it made me wish for the good old days.
It's actually funny because I actually watched an old TNA thing with AJ Styles, whether he was going to join the Aces and Eights or not, and he was using the very first OWE theme.
Perfect Stranger?
No, that was the Empire theme. One World Empire actually had that Evil Ways.
That Evil Ways?
Yeah.
Because I remember one time down in Lethbridge we used Perfect Stranger. It was the first time I joined, and then right after that we switched to Cut the Cord.
No, it was Evil Ways.
Evil Ways by who?
Saraceno. It was kind of like that kind of...
Well, I've been lied to. I have to download it now!
Yeah.
Evil Ways?
By Saraceno.
Saraceno.
So think
there
more,
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Santana. Never mind.
Yeah, it's Saraceno, I believe. But it's kind of like that Western, one of those Western themes that kind of picks up. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to the advertisement. So
yes, you can go on to whatamaneuver.net, go onto the Backbreaker Media page, and get Retro WE or OG The Struggle t-shirts.
But, Belly of the Beast was...
That's Tag Struggle.
Yeah, Tag... but, yeah, before that, Cut the Cord. Man, that was a solid theme song.
It really is.
Really. Hey, I'm just saying, Sydney Steele and I are getting along in PPW. If you come aboard, maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, if...
Bulldog and I are kind of on speaking terms again.
Wow.
I
leave for a while, and look what happens. Everything's going weird.
So, I'm just trying to get maybe the possible band back together. Just saying.
Getting the boys back together. The Quack Attack is back, Jack. Very good. Well, if I can make it down, maybe after the wedding in September. Maybe. Anyways.
I'm just saying, Kyle Sebastian has his brother Graham. Can help even the odds.
You need your big sexy beast?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can actually, at least my beast is sexy. Burn! Advertisements.
Go! Powerslam.tv. It's $5.99 a month. You sign up using Amazon Prime, you get a 30-day free trial, or using iOS, Google Play, Roku. I still think that's fake. I don't think it's a real thing.
Roku.
Chromebook, or the website, get 2-week free trial. Apparently, according to Michael, the referee incarnate,
Melanie.
that fucker, yeah, I guess there is some sort of,
The queer drop.
what?
Well, you've heard of the thing teardrop, right?
Sure.
Like,
No, that's not what I was saying. I guess
no, it's called like
up until September, I guess the old, what is it called? That old thing that we used to promote?
code.
No.
Oh, pivot chair?
That's it, Pivot Share. I guess that Pivot Share thing still works. I don't know what's going on in September, but you can still, the price has been dropped to $5.99 to match Power Slam, and you can use Tag Struggle to get 2-week free trial, but expires September 1st. So you got to make sure that you're all in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I also want to just give a shout out to Spencer Love at William Collins Sports Now. He had me on with an interview, which we are going to do a secondary, like a part 2.
Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, but yeah, just shouting out. He gave me a free hat, so we're going to rock that out when I can. And
Okay. What's his name?
Spencer Love.
Spencer Love with...
Win Column Sports.
Spencer Love with Win Column Sports. What up, bro? Yeah. I'm available. I can do podcasts. Hell, I'm doing one right now. Give us a call. Show us some love. Get Tag Struggle on.
But I'm also going to say he's actually going all in.
Is he going all in?
He's going all in.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So,
Okay, well, if you need some extra content, I mean, just hook me up. I'll hook you up. You hook me up with a hat.
Yeah.
I like free hats.
Right.
I will talk for several hours for a free hat.
That's pretty much how I got mine.
Hell, yeah, I'm game for that.
Actually,
Give
right
me a
now
free
I
hat.
also have Cajun Cashes. Just saying.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
I do like hats.
Fair enough. So yeah, I'm willing. Just hit me up there,
That's all.
love you, David boy. Also, Backbreaker Media is Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Podcast Player. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, we are on there, but fuck them.
I mean, they know they need us, but we just don't want them.
No. So yeah,
They don't
this
wash
Saturday.
their hands after they pee.
Ew. Or wipe.
They're
Ew.
back wipers.
Ew. Anyways, yeah, this Saturday afternoon show, 2 to 4. Hopefully
Yeah.
outside. Kick some ass.
50
Take some names.
$15 tickets in advance. You know what? $15 tickets if you buy it from your boys, even on the day of the show. Because fuck that shit.
I'm out.
Huh?
I'm out.
Well, okay, then me.
Yeah,
Get
you
your
got some,
tickets
but
from me.
I'm sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out.
You're like the all-in. No tickets left. You're all out. I'm all in of tickets. So
There you go.
yes,
You managed to salvage it. That's
I
good.
salvaged.
Yes. That's all I got. Maybe tune in next week for 83, the Hemsky episode.
Michael Ryder.
Never heard of him.
All right then. In the words of Bugs Bunny, but that's all, folks.
That's not Bugs Bunny.
It
That's
is
Porky
not.
Pig.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Later, bitches!
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the rope shaking as you're running out of breath.